Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have a little bit of Target talk we want to go and talk about because Target did finally go and restock the PlayStation 5, but I have a few little things I want to go and touch on for the weekend when it comes to Target, and as well, also a quick reminder for a lot of you guys out there, and a little bit of talk on the drop itself too, so a little bit of feel like little bits and pieces of all of this. As well, guys, we probably should have our PS5 giveaway stuff all done tonight, so make sure you guys get your last minute subscriptions on in if you guys would like to. As well, we might go do another PS5 giveaway. I might do one last one. I also was saying before, I maybe want to go pick up some sponsors and maybe put that money towards a children's hospital, whether it's for Switches or a PlayStation, depending, as well. So I'll maybe touch on that maybe later on throughout tonight, in case you guys are curious and all that good stuff. As well, if you guys were someone who actually was able to get a console, whether it was an Xbox throughout the week, there's also, of course, the Windows down, Xbox throughout the week, PlayStation 5 in general, or all that stuff, feel free to let me know. I saw a few canceled orders, I saw a few issues on orders, I saw a few actual stores not having stock as they arrived as of yet, which is kind of intriguing because the order went through. And we also had a few other things too as well. And also some people actually getting their consoles. I saw a few tweets out there, pictures out there. If you guys did get any, please go and send me a tweet. I always have the Twitter down below. Send me a picture, send me a whatever. I love seeing whenever people get their W's themselves. As well, if any of you guys, of course, are new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, especially for the PS5 giveaway. Use that Linktree link down below for those last minute entries if you guys would like. Twitter and Twitch stream down below as well if you guys would like to go and follow. And of course, always the Amazon link down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller. Twitter and Twitch stream, as I mentioned, of course, Weeble. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys will go and get free dollars and free monies. And of course, Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. So, this Target drop has been like an ongoing 2-week affair, I feel like, at this point. I did go and mention on my video yesterday's, I guess actually I said yesterday's, the video, I made like 2 videos yesterday saying that there was a chance for a restock today. I wasn't 100% convinced. I think I said what, like 30, 35%, something like that. We knew the stock was there. We knew the stock was sitting there. We just weren't 100% sure if it was going to be restocking or not. I did go and say there was a chance they moved stuff up a little bit, like more so past a little bit, due to the 4th of July having basically like 2 days less. So I did go and say that, but I will go and be honest. I can't be like, oh my God, I told you guys. I wasn't 100% convinced, but I did say if you guys wanted to try, you guys could go and try and stuff. But I did see a lot of people out there in the community go and be like, hey, I woke up on Wednesday and Thursday. I was sleepy. I figured I could probably sleep on in. And that's why I always hate making these videos, because we see all the trends. We see when the stock is there. But at the end of the day, we are not Target or Best Buy or Amazon, Walmart, whatever it is. So we don't make the rules. We just kind of go based on the trends and all of that. So like I said, at least we knew the stock was there. Some people were around, but I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of all this stuff too, because I even made it, if you guys saw my video yesterday, I'm always like upset with it because I don't want people to waste their time or lose a drop or be like, oh my God, Walmart's dropping on Monday and then it drops on like a Tuesday. I mean, I'm just using it as an example. So I'm always upset with that. I don't like that, but you know, it is what it is, I guess, overall. At least we knew that there was stock there. We knew the stock was sitting there. And overall, I did at least say there was a chance for it. I would probably still, even like in hindsight, probably assume it'd still be next week, you know, Wednesday, Thursday. But it did go and drop. So if you guys want to, leave a comment down below if you guys got one or did not get one or whatever. I made like 6 videos on it. So, you know, I try my best. But I actually saw a few little things, and I kind of want to give you guys quick reminders for Target. So this actually drop was a little bit earlier than expected. That's why we usually kind of give those rough ranges. So just always on the reminder, this one I think was at 6:07 my time, so a little bit earlier than usual. I was doing like 6:30 uploads, 6:45. So I may want to keep that in the mind in the future. But that's why we usually give you guys the range of like the 6 a.m. EST to like 9 a.m. EST. It usually is earlier. I usually say that in my videos. Usually it is a little bit earlier than expected. So always keep that in mind. But it does kind of seem like Target has completely switched up the drops a little bit. So let me go talk about the fact of them doing a Friday drop and what that kind of means. So it does kind of seem like Target themselves have now worked it. This is the first, that's why I'm going to even mention this. It's like the first time it's actually happened, this entire like restock wave, like for the past like 6 months. We saw like a lot more craziness at the very first few weeks of the restocks, but these past few months have been very, very consistent on either Wednesdays or Thursdays. And this is the first time we've seen Target do a Friday restock in a very, very, very long time. So that might be something I want to maybe be on the lookout for or go and see. As well, it also does kind of seem like they did have 2 batches of stock that did go and show on up. So in theory, we could probably just assume that we might see similar activities for future drops. Maybe like we've kind of been seeing that a lot anyway for the past like 3-4 months, but it does kind of seem like the past we kind of have like a little bit of a mid-cycle restock where a lot of stores get small amounts of batches of stock, and then afterwards as well, there's another restock right afterwards. So this kind of seems like we can maybe now start adding Friday. We'll see what the next Target drop happens in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, whenever the next one is. And we can maybe go and track that on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It could have just been moved back just by the fact of like alone for 4th of July and like all that stuff moving on. So just keep on the lookout for it. I'll remind you guys in those days and we'll see. But in the future, I will not go and cross out Fridays. And I think that's what a lot of people did, because just based on the previous last few trends or whatever, a lot of us were just like, hey, it wasn't Wednesday, Thursday, let's just move on towards, next week. I think a lot of people were saying that. I kept that very small chance, but just letting you guys all know, we may want to go be on the lookout for that for more future days. There's a little bit of a change up and all of that. We did see both the PS5 digitals and disc for the drops, but now kind of talk about the secondary thing. Number one, if you guys have done orders, please go and double check, even if you guys did not go and obtain one, because every now and then we'll see people like an hour or like 3 hours later, 5 hours later, go and check their emails and be like, oh, I actually got a console. Maybe because, if you're spam clicking on a website, on the app, or overall, maybe you were using multiple different emails or any of that sort. Or sometimes we've noticed this a lot, that your banks can actually go and like kind of hold the money. And then maybe sometimes you have to check your like text messages or emails from your bank. And they're like, hey, we see a weird like $600 purchase at Target. Is this real? Is this fake? Is this like a real thing? And sometimes we have to go and confirm it or check it. And that's how sometimes we sometimes get leftover stock at Target, because people don't realize. Maybe they were spamming. They sometimes bought 2 or 3. They just didn't think they actually got one. Maybe they just had a bunch of like not going through, but it actually did go through after 15 times. They just never checked their emails. And as well, like I said, a lot of banks will sometimes hold money from your debit card or credit card or whatever. And sometimes the actual order goes through on the Target system. So you might actually have a console. Of course, this kind of depends on the store. Like a lot of it was probably a no, just so you guys know. Like, don't get your expectations up too high. But we do sometimes see that floating around. So just be on the lookout for all of that in general. Double check your stuff, double check your sources, double check yourselves as well. I always want to remind you guys, we do sometimes see Target walk-ins or leftover stock available after drops happen. So today for sure, do not go into Target stores. There will not be stock available, but sometimes after like 24 hours, 3 days, 7 days, or wherever, I believe what we've learned is that Target, if the stock was allocated towards a drop, they will be able to go and sell it, whether it's sometimes on shelves or sometimes just in the back, and you ask the employees and they can go and sell you the stock. But I want to remind you guys, the PS5s are very sought after, and most of the time people will get their orders, but on occasion we sometimes do see small amounts of stock, PlayStations in the back, or asking employees or whatever, that you can go and buy after this pickup that date is done. So good examples, like you go buy something from Best Buy, they'll hold it for a week, and if you don't pick it on up, they'll go and just basically start selling it or put it back in their systems. It's kind of the same format, because as I mentioned, sometimes banks, they actually go through, but they don't actually authorize it. So then technically the order gets canceled, or things like maybe someone bought accidentally 2 and they just only picked up the 1 because they didn't realize or didn't see a double confirmation email. A lot of stuff like that sometimes happens. So that's why I'm telling you guys, just a double check in case you guys had issues or you guys are awake for the drop, and as well just for the chance maybe for future drops throughout this next week or so. We do sometimes see walk-ins after the Target drops, or like a little baby amounts of stock. It's always maybe worth checking or asking very nicely, but not worth running to your store to go and check and see. And as well, when it comes to Target, I thought the drop went okay. I was kind of like in and out. Like I was like power napping and I kind of saw it, but at the same time I didn't see it. But then like, I thought I was dreaming in all honesty when I was sleeping, because I was so sleepy from these past few days. So I'm just letting you guys all know that it did happen. I'm a little bit sad that like it was just such a weird drop, but it made sense with the 4th of July. If you guys did go get a console, had issues or whatever, feel free to. I did also go and see a lot of issues with people getting canceled orders, which is never fun. And that's just a BIT. I still never know if what I can say on YouTube or not. So if that did happen to you, my big hard side, I'd give you a hug if I could. I do kind of feel like a lot of people had a lot of issues with this drop. Didn't really get that many consoles and stuff like that. But overall, we did at least see some people get. So if you guys did, please leave a comment down below, just so I can kind of see how my community, my subscribers and stuff, how you guys all did with the drop. Because I hope it went out good. I really hope like a lot of you guys got it. And I'm so sorry about the fact that it's been such a weird one. Like, I know it stinks. Like I know a lot of people sometimes put a little weight on what I go and say, so I just don't want you guys to be disappointed or sad or, like sleep because I said it. So I was sometimes working like the small chances, because I don't want you guys to be like, I don't know. It's just, You guys, I talked about this in yesterday's video. It's annoying. It can get lame, and I hate it. Like, I hate it when like these retailers are strange. But I just want you guys to get your consoles, and I still think a lot of the stuff would just be fixed by just doing walk-ins. I don't know, but anyway, leave your comments down below on the actual thoughts on the drop. If you guys did good on it, you guys did not do it on it, or whatever. We'll have some more updates and other restocks for you guys all throughout the rest of today. If you guys would like to be on the lookout for that, as well, make sure you guys get your last-minute subscriptions on in with the notifications on for the channel itself. As well, make sure you guys get your last-minute subs to the PS5 giveaways. I should have a video on that for later on tonight. As well, we also have the Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, all of that. Twitter and Twitch stream if you guys want to follow. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble. Deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Love you guys all so much. And I'll see you guys all up later on throughout today for some more restock videos and talks and all that. Love you guys.